Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Real Talk with Renisha. Today we have a very special guest. Oh my gosh. We're going to be talking with Mr. Michael Robert Styles. He's hailing all the way from London, England. And if you guys were tuning in with me before, you would have known that I've spoken to him in the past. We had a very quick conversation several years ago on self-care. But today we are going to dive into a little bit more deeper on who this multifaceted man is. So let me introduce you. He is the owner and creator of Michael Styles and Michael Styles Academy. He's a hairstylist and guru to the stars and beyond. He's a teacher, he's an entrepreneur, he's a therapist, he is multifaceted. Guys, welcome to the show, Mr. Michael Robert Styles. Hey, Michael.
Greetings, love, and light. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Greetings, blessings. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You are welcome. You know, there are people in our life that we meet along the way, and Mr. Styles is one of those people. When you meet him, you will never forget him. And as a matter of fact, he can change your life. And I said therapy is not therapist by trade, but we know that when we sit into our stylist's chair in any salon, we know the kind of talk that comes out of that. So when I say he's a therapist right there, I know he's given amazing advice to his clients and his friends alike.
Yeah.
So Michael, we are going to dive in. I can't wait to start this process because you are so multifaceted. I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have one of your very old business cards, and I don't know if you still have this, but the slogan on there says, "Never a problem, always a solution." And I absolutely love that because that's not just for hair, but that's for life.
Yes.
So I have
wow.
I don't know what your new card looks like, but the old one that I had many years ago, that's on the back of that card. And whenever I think about it, I always think of you because you know, in life, there's always a solution to our problem. Yeah. We all have problems, but there's always a solution to that problem as well.
That's right.
I just thank you for that as well. Let's just right into the questions. I'm super excited to have Mr. Styles with us today. Michael does a program in London called Save a London Life. And most of our interview today is going to be wrapped up around that project because it's an amazing project, and I'll let him tell you more about it. But just to start off the show, how did the idea for this program come about? Save a London Life?
Well, you know what happened is that in London at the moment, I don't know how it's perceived around the world, but the crime rate in London is rising and is rising rapidly. And a few years ago, there were some shootings in the area, not too far from the salon and stuff like that. And I was wondering, or even thinking, or even talking, how could I give back to the community? How could I give back to these young people? What can I do to help? And I used the word "I" because at the time it was something that I was thinking about. And then I said, "Oh, what about training young people in hairdressing, barbering, and beauty?" And I said to myself, okay, I'm going to run a pilot scheme and see like if this is going to work kind of thing. So, you know, I said, right, okay, we'll close the salon for a couple hours, get some young people in and see if it's going to run. Rennie, it's been amazing.
Awesome.
You know, I was just like, okay, let's get this up and running. So that's how I started.
That's excellent. Now, about roughly how many students do you have when you're doing this program?
Right, because at the moment, the salon isn't very big. All
Okay.
right. But God's gonna bless me with a big salon soon. So I'm just gonna put that into the
Absolutely.
universe. Yes.
Yes.
But so the salon
Yes.
the
Speak
salon's got
it.
5 stations. So what
Okay.
I try to do is like put 2 students per station. So
Okay.
really for them
Yes.
to be comfortably, I can hold 10. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, we have like 15 in
Okay.
there. A bit of a squeeze,
Yes.
but you know something,
Yes.
I try not to turn down young kings and queens that are interested in it, you
Yes.
know. So yeah, so we make
Yeah,
do.
absolutely. I mean, they're packed in there, but they're learning. You know, I
Yes,
remember
yes,
several years ago, I had visited a salon. I think you were just in the beginning of that season, and I remember
yes,
people coming in and bringing in donations.
yes,
And things that was needed for this
yes.
cause.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yes,
right.
that's great. So, what would you say are some common mental health issues that you see within your community as it pertains to young people?
Oh, As as we all know, mental health is not always visible.
Correct.
So,
Yes.
sometimes, I get young people coming in that are very withdrawn, that are
Yes.
very to themselves, so they'll come in and you're barely hearing a hi. And you're
Yeah.
like, I beg your pardon? Hi. And I'm like, greetings. You're welcome. They come in and so forth. But
Yes.
then as the layers are peeled off them, more of them are getting, they're exposing themselves to you.
Correct.
Now, because they're meeting me, they're very conscious, like, okay, how do I speak to this man? Because, just the first time I'm meeting him, but they're going through what they're going through, maybe at home or even
Yes.
outside. And it's a thing like, so after a while, when they come to the class a couple of times, then you
Yeah.
get to speak to them. And then you find that some of them might be having trouble at home. Some of
Correct.
them might be having troubles with illness. Some of them might be having trouble just with friends,
Yes.
you know. So
Yes.
what I try to do is that when they do come in, that they make friends with everybody with sort of like team building exercises where they
Yes.
introduce themselves to a new neighbor and say, oh, hi, my name is such and such, my name is such and such. So every week
Nice.
they get to work with somebody new each
Oh,
week. So it's
wonderful.
not the same person all the time. So it's not like groups are
Mhm.
forming with the same person all the time. And I try to break down and see like, what else do they need help with? Okay,
Yes.
they've come in to learn, the skill,
Yes.
but what else is going on with them that I myself can try and help them with, that could maybe help them on the outside.
So when I said therapist in my description of you, I was 100% correct. You're doing therapy
Yeah,
work right there. You're doing
yeah,
therapy work. You're absolutely doing therapy work. You're giving them a skill, you're acclimating them to the salon, they're making new friends, they're coming out of their shell. And I find that with young people, they have to trust you. If they don't
yes,
trust you, they don't do anything. They have to trust you.
exact,
If they build that
exactly.
trust, then they're on board. They'll give you
Yes,
100% once they
yes,
trust you and they know
yes,
that you have their best interests.
yes,
That is beautiful. So by the time they leave from this particular program, they are leaving with a lot of skill set that they
of
didn't
course,
even
yeah,
know beyond styling, beyond
yes,
learning the trade and art of doing here.
mm-hmm.
They are learning
Yes,
so much more by the time they leave this program. So
of course.
that's amazing. That is amazing. Yes. So I was going to ask you, like, how is your program helping them? But clearly, you already answered that part. Or is there more?
Yes, yes, because I mean, like, some of them don't really have self-confidence. So we give them some of that.
Yes.
Some of them don't really communicate well with others. We give them some of that.
Correct.
And we also, there's a thing that I do also. So what I do, like every week, I assign someone to be salon manager. So what happens is now I say, right, for example, I say, right, Claudine or Derek, you're
Yes.
salon manager today. So nobody cannot leave until they come and, show you their station. Their station's clean, their mirrors are polished and all of that. And some of them are nervous by doing the role, but also it gives them a sense of responsibility.
Absolutely.
And and also it teaches them about hygiene. It teaches them about, again, team building, because the person will need to come to you and say to you, well, okay, sir or miss, is that all right? And they can say to you, well, no, well, just sweep that up a bit or fix that a bit and stuff like that. So it inspires them also. But one thing I also wanted to say, as we just touched that, is that even though they're learning these skills in the salon and so forth, it's not necessarily, some of them want to be a hairdresser or barber or a beautician.
Okay.
So it is, even though I'm teaching them the skill, I'm teaching them to be young entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So at least I can, so for example, what my aim now is, because even me myself, every time I run the program, I'm learning something new. So in the last two programs I've run, what I teach them is now, it's right, okay, I want you to come in next week with a business name, and I want you to do a price list. So this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to charge your friends and family at home. All right. You might not want to be a hairdresser. You might not want to be a barber. You might not want to be a beautician. But this is going to be your hobby or your interest. But you're going to make these people give you. They're not going to pay you, but they're going to give you donations. Exactly. And this is a set donation for that service. So if you're going to wash and blow dry, friends here, hi, £20 donation, please. You get what I mean?
Love it.
And when I tell them that, if you see their face lighting up, they're like, I can make money from this. I'm like, yes. Listen, I don't want you all feel that you're coming to do this program. And it's like, okay, well, my mom said, or my dad said, or my guardian said, I have to come and do this program.
Right.
No, I don't know people they're forced to do something that they don't feel that they want to do. Some of them might want to be lawyers or architects, whatever they want to be. But at least they have that side overstanding of hair and beauty.
So you're preparing them for the world.
Yes.
Whatever lessons they learn, whatever skills they learn, they can take that out into the world.
No, and no matter what part of the world they travel to, I just say they can blow dry, they could trim her hair.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. And that's money. That is money.
Exactly.
Like you said, be a business owner, because many people have started their businesses, guess what? In their home.
Exactly.
Not from home.
Yes,
so
exactly.
You want me to wash your hair? No problem.
Yes.
£10, please.
Exactly.
I'm doing you a service. It's a service.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, and it's young people learning a skill. So as much as people say, oh, these young people are on the streets being whatless, or they're not doing nothing. Well, the government's not really doing much to help them. The government's taking away a lot of after-school clubs or programs that these young people could be doing. So we're gonna give them a skill, and they're gonna be young entrepreneurs. Do you get what I mean? So
and that is a skill that, with hairdressers, beauticians, any of that kind of work, that's a skill for life, because everybody needs to get their hair done, their nails done, makeup. These are skills for life. Once you have it, you can always count on it. Like I said, you want to be a lawyer, that's fine. We never know when a hard time will come in your life where you need to count on those skills.
That's it.
Put that money in your pocket for your necessities.
Yes.
So it's bigger than you. It's bigger than life. It's just a program, but it's not just a program. It's huge. It's so beyond what it is.
Yes. So whatever they want to take from it, they could take from it.
I love it. Yes. Yes. Love this. This is great work. what would you say are some of your biggest stressors or challenges as it pertains to this program?
Okay. Oh God, there's a number of things. I would say support. I would say a support mechanism.
Wow.
And when I say support mechanism, people in the community,
Okay.
Supporting, because
Yes.
I don't always ask for monetary support.
Okay.
I always say to people, listen, if you've got even 2 old combs at home, if you've got a bottle of shampoo you don't use, you've got a blow dryer or a hair straightener at home you don't use, anything that you have, bring it in. It will help the young people. Because what it is also is that not all the young people come from a home that they're financially able, or their parents have the finances like that. Some of them don't. So, so when some of the parents hear me say, well, okay, your king or queen needs to have this in their kit to come onto the program, they'll be like, okay, Michael, we'll see what we can do. And my heart is like saying, oh my gosh, okay, what can I do? Who can I turn to? So I do ask people, on social media, because that's my number one advertisement in social media.
Awesome. Yes.
And say, right, I'm running this program and I'm looking for donations for this, and this. Okay, some come in, some don't. Not a problem. But then, as I said, so support. And also from the government. Okay. They make it so hard, even for you to get a pound of support from them to run the program. I find that friends also of the young people that want to join are deterrents. So stopping their friends that want to do the course, that want to learn the skill, their friends are hanging out. Oh, come with us, and blah, blah, blah. So we've had that a couple times.
Yes.
And I just think that, to be honest with you, if I could run the course a bit longer, and I think maybe more days, I think that would have been good. Because I'm closing the salon for a day to run the program voluntarily, so I don't look at it that I'm losing finance, or I'm losing, money, income for the day. God's gonna bless me with that the next day. So I don't look at it as like, oh no, I turn clients away, I can't do no bookings.
Yes.
I feel happy and I feel blessed that I'm giving back to these young people. But going back to your saying, like, what's hard, to run it is that, as I said, support. Just from the community, from the government, even sometimes for some of the parents. I don't ask them for no monetary or so forth. Some of them just drop their child off and they're gone. And I'm like, okay, you could come, come in, have a 2-minute talk with me. How's your child doing? So, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Last week, I gave them home, because they get homework. So don't think you just come in to wash and blow dry hair. No, you're getting homework and so forth.
Love that.
And, and some of them came without the homework, and I'm like, "Can you do homework?" Oh no. I'm like, okay. So my thing is that if I had teamwork from the parents also, or the guardians, to say, and I said, right, this is the homework. Please make sure they do it. So when you come in next week, we can then move on to module 2. Excuse me, sorry, I apologize. We can move on to module 2 and stuff like that. So I'm gradually getting that from the parents and so forth. But it's a learning progress. I'm taking it step as it comes. And I'm trying to not make things deterrent me or block me from moving up with them. So if anything that doesn't manifest the way that I want it to, I leave it in prayer and be like, something? Okay, if we can't do plan A, let's try and work with plan B. If plan B ain't working, we're going to go with plan C. But no matter what it is, we're still going to push forward and the best way that we can.
Yes, never giving up
No.
Is not an option. And this is why it goes back again to what your card says. Never a problem, always a
Always a
solution.
solution.
Because no
Yeah.
matter what comes your way to block you, you're finding a way
Yes.
around the obstacle.
Yes. Yes.
Finding a way
Definitely.
around an obstacle. That is so, so important. But support, my gosh, that is one of the biggest things. And even for myself with my clients, when you don't have support or a support system,
Yes.
things that you are doing or striving for, or want to accomplish your goals, it makes it that much harder. It really,
Yes. It does.
kind
Because
word goes a long way. Go ahead.
yes. And also just to have someone on, that's got your back, but also has the same vision as you. So when you
Yes.
even have one
Yes.
person that's got your vision,
Yes.
and it's like,
Yes.
Mike or Michael or Mr. Styles or Mr. Roberts,
Yes.
what do you want me to do? Okay, let me be in charge of this. Don't get me wrong. I've got some amazing people that
Yes.
are doing some behind the scenes work. I've got
Awesome.
I've got a girlfriend of mine. She does all the certificates. I've got another girlfriend of mine that'll bring me
Nice.
pen, papers, and books for them. So people are
Yes.
supporting. But
Yes.
me personally, sometimes it's a bit unfair for the same people to be supporting all the time. Make someone fresh or someone new come on board and be like, hey, what do you want me to do?
Yes.
I'm not asking, as I said, and I repeat again, I'm not asking you for monetary, so I'm not asking for your money. But even if you just put the word out there, Michael's got this program running, he's looking for combs, blow dry, scissors.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
It's the little things, because like I said, we're not looking for money, because what I'm hearing is this is a completely volunteer. You're volunteering the service, and that's time.
Yes.
That's your time that you're using to volunteer the service. So yes,
yes.
Having someone say, what can I do to help you? How can I assist you? That goes a long way.
Yes.
Very small words, but it's impactful tone.
Right.
How can I assist you? How can I help you? What can I do so you can help my child, to do this kind of work?
Yes. Yes.
It would be nice. Support is definitely one of the number one things and again, it doesn't matter what a person is doing. We all need support.
Yes.
No man is an island. We all need support along the way.
That's
a word
it.
of encouragement, a lending hand. Oh my gosh, it does such an amazing impact on any particular person. We need encouragement to do anything that we're going to do, Because a lot of time, like even with the students, they're stepping out of their comfort zone. Being a manager, being responsible for anybody else, because they're young. That's a big deal for them. They're stepping out of their comfort zone as well. So they need encouragement from you as well to even to do that.
Yes, because some young people already, they don't want to be hearing nobody no bigger than them that don't know them talk to them no way, or
that's right.
But hey, not inside here. Inside here.
Listen, clearly it's not the same world that you and I grew up in, because we knew better. We knew better than to be cheeky, as the Brits say, to any adult. We knew better than that. But times have changed.
Yes.
As we move right along, I have a very personal question for you. How has becoming a hairstylist saved your life? Metaphorically speaking, or physically, like real life speaking? Because you have a story there too of how you became this amazing guru. I like to call you that.
You know something? Wow.
It's deep, I know.
I'm smiling because God, I could say our God, because I was say my God, because me and my God, we rap. Me and my God, we get on with everything. But let me tell you, I'll tell you a very quick story. Going to school, I was very destructive. I wasn't good in school. So I used to walk at the classroom, and I always used to go down to the canteen and
Okay.
watch the dinner ladies cook. And I found it so amazing. From the equipment to the way
Yes.
everything about in the canteen, the kitchen, I just found
Yes.
amazing. So I would just walk at the classroom, and the teachers would be like, "Oh, Michael's walked out again," and stuff like that. Anyway,
Yes.
and I always knew I want to be a chef. I want to open up a restaurant. So from
Okay.
primary school and then into high school, I still had the same vision.
Yes.
Now, I've got a bit older, and then one day, I used to pass this a beauty salon. After school, I used to pass it. Hi, you're
Yes.
right. So you build up from the hi, it gets to be
Yes.
hello. From the
Yes.
hello, it gets to be how you doing, and
Yes.
it builds up from that.
Yes.
So, being a bit flamboyant that I am, I went there one day, talking hi there. So a couple of days I used to go in there and say hi. One particular day, it was a Friday, I'll never forget it. It was a Friday. And the manager said to me, "Oh, Michael, can you do hair?" I said, "Yeah." She said,
Uh-oh.
"Are you sure?" I said, "Yes." She said to me, something's happened and two of the stylists hasn't turned up. Do I think I could do the hair? I said, "Yeah, okay."
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God. And this salon was called Mi Amigos. So I went around the back and I started to do the hair. The customers are getting done. The customers are happy. She's there after that evening, it was around about 7 o'clock. She says to me, "Can you come back tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah."
Wow.
And that is how I became a my journey as a hairstylist. But in the same breath, I was still going to college doing the catering. So I went to catering school for 5 years,
Wow.
and I was working in different school kitchens because for some reason, even though I was fascinated with the school catering, I loved my jobs that I was doing in the school kitchens. But
Okay.
don't get me wrong, I worked in McDonald's. I done little jobs like that also.
Yes.
So I finished catering school, and then I finished catering school, and then hairdressing was kind of picking up a bit more. People were like, "Oh, Michael, can you do my hair?" Michael, and it's like, wow, okay. And then it just manifested some more. The catering kind of calmed down, but it was still my number one passion.
Okay. Okay.
I met my late partner, Francis, bless his soul. So me and him started to do private functions and stuff like that.
Nice.
Still doing hair part-time. And then it got
Wow.
to be a few years later on, I was able to open up a salon. And
Wow.
then I left there. I then went back to my mom's. I was doing hair at my mom's. And then
Yes.
it was like,
Yes.
no, I can't have these people coming to my mom's house, or so much now. I need to find somewhere.
Yes.
And I went looking, but let me tell you this, Bernie. I managed to get a little room on top of a Chinese shop,
Yes.
and I didn't have much equipment. I started off with a family member. It didn't work out right. She pulled out.
Yes.
She took all her equipment and everything and left. And
Okay.
I was like, what am I going to do?
Right.
My grandmother came, let's say that happened on a Monday. She came to me on a Tuesday, and she gave me an envelope. And she pushed this envelope in my hand like this.
Yes.
And she said to me, "Go and buy what you need."
Ooh, so
I was
cool.
able to buy a set of curling irons, what muscle irons you call them.
Yes.
And I was able to buy a blow dryer. That's all I needed to start. And let me tell you, God put everything else in place. The manifestation was taking place. So why I wanted to open up a salon when I was younger,
Yes.
God switched it up that I was able to open up a salon, and
yes.
This is how I become Michael Styles.
Oh
So no regrets. I still, as I said, up until this day, I'm 48 years young. I still love my catering. I'm still loving the hair.
Yes.
I'm loving the teaching and giving back to the young people. So
Yeah.
who knows what more he's got in store for me now?
Absolutely. You know, and the funny thing is, I've known you for many years, but I have never even known this story of how you
Yeah.
became who you are. You know,
Yes.
because the second part of my question is like, how have you grown over the years? Because you went from your mom's house to a little spot over, you know, the Chinese store to where
Yes.
you are right now. And I'm saying where
Yes.
you are right now because guess you guys, this man, I have been to London, oh gosh, 10, 15 years ago when you used to do the avant-grande hair shows, the
Yes.
big
Yes.
hair. Oh,
Yes.
and those hair shows was amazing. And the
Yes.
things that this man can create from hair will blow your mind. So when I
Yes.
say who you are now, because I've known you and I saw
Yes.
the growth in different aspects. And it's just amazing. And you know, just talking about that journey,
Yes.
we don't know who we are when we're even starting out.
Yes.
And here we are, and then we can look back and see where we came from. And
Yes.
and we're still on the journey. It's just amazing, right?
Yes. Oh God, yes. Oh no.
There's so much
You
more.
know, oh, so much more. So much more. And you know, I say it with a smile, not only in my face, but in my heart.
Yes.
Because I keep saying my God, but my God got
our
so
God.
much amazing. Yes, our God has got so much amazing things in store for us.
Yes.
You know, and he knows my heart. And I say this openly right to you right now. I'm not perfect, but our God knows my heart.
Yes.
And he knows Michael Styles has so much that he wants to give. So, oh gosh, let the manifestations take place.
Yes.
Take place.
And as you continue to get, you continue to give. So I told you I had another quote for you. And when I saw this, I'm not sure where I saw this, I thought about you right away. It says, living as an other-centered person does not take away from our lives, but adds to it. Ooh. I just love that. I thought, yes.
Ooh. That is deep. That is deep.
Giving back. It adds to you. It makes you richer. It adds to you. Every time we give to someone else, it adds to us. It's a beautiful thing.
You know, I mean, you're a prime example. You know, when people's like, you like, okay, Michael, what are you known as? I'm just like, okay, I'm a stylist. I own a salon, and that's it. It's when people say to me like, oh no, but you're a tutor, you're a lecturer, you're a therapist, you're an entrepreneur, and all this. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, so I love giving back. Yes.
Yes, clearly. Yes.
And I do it for the love. It's not necessary for the likes. I do it for the love. And what it is that what I like to get back is that someone else has seen the journey, what a young person has done, and said, "Oh my gosh, use a Michael Styles program."
Yes,
that is what I like. Correct. That is what I like.
Correct. And you know, the other part of that is people will always remember how you treat them.
Yes.
So we have to treat people good because they will always, I don't care what you do for a person, if you didn't treat them right and they didn't feel like you treated them right in their heart.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
They'll always remember how you treated them. You were kind, you were loving, you were caring, you were giving. They'll always remember that.
Yes.
Always remember that. So I'll learn that along the way.
Yes. I'm still learning that down to today.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm still learning that down to today.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's a thing where like, okay, And sometimes what I find with myself is
Mhm.
I might do a good deed, and
Mhm.
I've acknowledged the good deed, and I always think to myself, after I've done the good deed, which comes naturally, but then
Yes.
sometimes I'll be thinking like, okay, how God's gonna bless me with, I've done this good deed. But then it's like for that minute, I think about that good deed and what
Yes.
could happen. But let me
Mhm.
tell you, he works in some mysterious ways, and
Yes.
something that you either wanted or not even wanted, you needed or so
Yes.
forth.
Will come.
He's made that manifest, and you're
Yes.
like, oh my gosh. And I
Yes.
sit back and I
Yes.
say, God, yeah, God is so, I just sit back and I thank him, and
Yes.
I say, God is so
So
good.
good. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
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 Hmm.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. When we are givers, it is a blessing. We get it back.
Yes.
We don't lose anything. We
No.
gain. As the saying
Yes.
says, we gain. We gain
Hmm.
more. Okay.
Yes.
What does self-care look like to you? So I know before we jumped on, you were talking about giving someone advice about self-care and how important that is. So
Yes.
tell me what self-care looked like for you, because it's important to you as well.
Ooh, self-care to me. Ooh, self-care to me. There's a number of different things I could say for myself.
Okay.
So for example, for myself, I don't smoke, I don't drink.
Mhm.
But cake is my vice. I'm gonna be very honest.
You're a caterer, yes.
Yeah, everybody that knows me knows
Yes,
Michael loves cake.
I
No
do.
matter what, yeah, yeah, exactly. So no matter what part of the world that I'm in, I always like it's like I hunt cake. And for me, I don't care how much it costs or whatever, as long as I can enjoy it, and that's
Yes.
self-care to me.
Woo!
Because I'm like, you know something? I bought this cake and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yes.
I'm going to smell it. I'm going to taste it. Oh, everything about it I'm gonna love.
I love
But
it.
in saying that,
Yes.
when I push
Yes.
self-care onto somebody else,
Yes.
I always ask them to focus,
Okay.
evaluate themselves. And what I also ask them to do is that love yourself first. All right. Because sometimes what a lot of people do is we tend to love other people first. So we're always doing a lot for other people.
Yes.
And what happens is drainage comes. So it drains your mind,
Yes.
mentally, it drains your
Yes.
body, physically.
Absolutely.
It can also drain you spiritually, because
Absolutely.
you're always giving, helping, giving. That's all good.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, that's all good. But
Yes.
sometimes what you need to do is hold off for a minute and re-energize yourself, recharge
Absolutely.
yourself. It's like having when you have your mobile phone, like, so my phone will say, okay, it needs to update. So
Yes.
you need to put it aside and give it maybe half an hour for it to update. That's what we need to do. For our
Correct.
self-care, we need to treat ourselves like we're a mobile phone, and we put it to the side and we do a self-date,
Yes.
and so self-care comes
Yes.
in enough different ways that, when I speak to somebody about self-care, meaning like,
Yes.
something, if you need to walk outside your house and sit outside your house and have a hot chocolate and forget about what's
Yes.
going inside your home,
Right.
do it. If you need to go to a park and have a walk
Yes.
by yourself, do it. If you want to go to the movies by yourself, do it. So anything that you want to do by yourself for a moment that you know is going to make you feel good
Yes.
inside, then you do it.
You do it.
Tomorrow's not promised to no one.
Exactly.
So,
Self-care is not a one size fits all, but it does
right.
start with self-love, as you said.
Yes.
Starts with
Yes,
self-love. You
definitely.
have to recognize that, yeah, we love to give to other people, but we
Yes.
have to give into ourselves as well.
Right.
We have to energize ourselves. We have to be that cell phone, as you're saying.
Yes.
When the
Yes.
battery is dead, the battery is dead. I don't care how much you try to put the phone on, it is dead. Until
Right.
you take that cord and you charge it,
Right.
recharge,
Mhm.
dead. It does nothing for you. We
Yes.
need the same. We need the same as well.
Yes.
We need
You
the same
know,
as well.
we need
Yes.
to live and enjoy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you know, there's one thing, if you don't mind me saying, is that what you find is, I say to people now, the last couple of months, I say to people, all what's going on, with all what's going on in London at the moment, or I could say around the world,
Yes.
the government, and
Yes.
what people have to realize is the government is man.
Mm.
Do not fear man. It's God we have to fear.
Amen. Amen.
You understand me? So
Yes.
you know, we mustn't be
Yes.
like,
Yes.
okay, people get like a letter through the post. Oh, they're due on their electric or they're due on their gas, and they don't have the money at the moment. But then you get a next letter, which is, you know, comes through.
Yes.
Oh, they're demanding the payment now. Oh my gosh, huge people, mental health has increased.
Oh my gosh, stress.
Suicide.
Yes.
Suicidal has increased.
Yes.
The home destructive has increased because the government, which is man, is stressing these people, even our young people.
Yes.
So again, with the
Wow.
program, we're taking them out from the household where there might be a lot of that going on, and we bring them into a different surrounding. They're learning a skill.
Yes.
Okay, they're only with me for a couple hours, but then at least they can have a laugh, they learn something, and they've gone back to their home and say, right, you know something, well, okay, I've got, there's another week now till I go back to the course to learn something new with Michael, kind of thing. So, yeah, but as I said now, I tell the people, please, if you try, it's easier said than done, but don't fear man. There's a solution to whatever's going on. And okay, I might not know the solution to what you're going for, what you have to do, but there is a solution.
There is a solution
to it. Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
So a lot of stressors, a lot of stress.
Yes.
And you know, you said it's not just London, it's here in, New York, it's in New York, it's in different parts of the States.
Yes.
It's a different part of the world. The world has changed, and it's become a much, much more stressful work, where mental health issues are higher. Suicide rates are higher, I would say, throughout the world. People are more depressed, people are more anxious than ever before. Before. So
and you know, and you know, when people were locked up in that, when people couldn't come at their house, you know, that has played a big part.
That's a whole different, absolutely. You are so right about that. You are so right about that. Who would you say are your role models, Michael?
Oh my gosh.
That's
my God. Oh my gosh. My number one role model is God.
Amen.
God is my number one role model. Yes. And some people won't understand when I say he's my role model.
Yes.
Because he's my role model. He's my, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually.
Yes.
And I learn every day, as I said. And I can't stress this enough, is that me and him, we talk.
Yes.
We laugh. You know, when I'm upset about something, I say, God, I'm upset about this or whatever. And it's like he visualizes, he puts a vision in front of me, be like, right, I think you should do it like this. Like, okay. I do it that way. So God is one.
Yes.
My grandmother is my grandmother is another one.
Yes.
Knowing that she came to England and she worked her way up the ladder.
Yes.
You know, and she didn't run before she can crawl. She crawled and she worked her way up.
Yeah.
My mom, bless her soul, you know. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know my best cousin in America. Her name is Renisha Roberts. She's amazing. And what's happened is that I've had the privilege to see her growth and what she's accomplished and what she's had to go through to where she is today. And I feel proud, you know, and I say to, you know, in London, my cousin is a big time therapist in America. you know, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, because in England, it's not really, it's coming, it's needed because in England, you
Yes.
don't really have that. So when you hear people have a therapist in England, they're like, oh my gosh, what? You
Yes.
know, so
What's wrong? Yes.
exactly. So
Yes.
we
Yes.
in London, we need to grab some of the ideas and things that you have in the USA, in
Yes.
London. So we need more people like you
Yes.
in England, you know, to carry
Mm.
on doing what you're doing, carry on giving that you're giving, the
Yes.
support that you're supporting. You know, we thank you,
Oh,
and also I would say my
yes.
team who I work with, not because you know they're younger than me, but what it is that I see some of myself a little bits in them, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, they're
Yes.
giving me the push and they're giving me the
Yes.
drive, you know. And
Yes.
I would say social media, you
Wonderful.
know, I'm seeing
Yes.
other stylists around the world. And I'm like, okay, I could take the idea and I grab a piece of that. I see somebody
Correct.
else and I grab a piece of that. So
Yes. Yes.
yes, so
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
it's a whole melting pot,
Yes. I
you
love
know,
that.
of you know, as we say in Grenada, we have a dish called oil down. So it's that everything's in this oil down. And that is what, you know, comes out is
Yeah.
magical.
It's
Magical. Yes.
magical. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, hey, it's been a long road, and again, still so much more to go.
So
But
much.
you
So much.
know, that was part of my inspiration for starting this channel, is just for people to see and hear from everyday people what they're going through, what they're doing, what obstacles that they've had to navigate
Yes.
to get to
Yes.
where they are. Because the
Yes.
message behind all of it is that we all can get there.
Yes.
We all
Yes.
can get there. If that is our
Yes.
inner desire, is to get there, we can do it. You know,
Yes.
people look at you and I, we are the
Yes.
end products of many, 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 many years
Yes.
hard
Yes.
work and
Yes.
struggle and obstacles and wanting to give
Yes.
up so many times and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
And now
Yes.
and we stayed with it and we stuck with it. And here we are
Yes.
all these years later, giving back.
Yes.
We know the journey is not always
Mm-hmm.
easy, but it's
Yes.
worth it. It's so much worth it when you are where you want to be in life. When you set that
Yes.
bar, that goal so high, and you are finally where you are and you have attained that. There is such a reward in that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm so glad that you said that, because yes, people just, it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yes.
It's just that's all. That's the way I
Strong
can
will.
list it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Strong
Yeah,
will and strong determination.
absolutely, absolutely, and of course,
Yeah.
having those support, because no one can do it by
Yeah.
themselves. We
Oh my
gotta have
gosh,
a
no.
strong support system behind us to
Yeah.
propel us to get
Yeah.
where anything what we wanted to do in our life.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you put that out there. Oh my gosh, we're winding down here. What would you say to any young person out there who feels that they don't have a place in this world right now?
Ooh.
What would you say to that crying heart that's watching, could be watching at the moment?
Find your faith. Find your faith
Yes.
and hold on tight and don't let go,
Yes.
because it's a very, very bumpy road out there. And you're going to be going up a lot of many hills,
Yes.
and you're going to be going down a lot of many hills.
Yes.
But no matter what, you hold on tight and you enjoy the ride.
Absolutely.
Because you'll look back at that
Yes.
journey and be like,
Whew.
wow,
Yes.
I remember the beginning of my journey and where I am now.
Yes, yes, it is a bumpy road. I like to
Yes.
say giving up is not an option. It's not an
Yes.
option. When you have that goal, that vision in your mind,
Mm-hmm.
no matter
Yes.
what, giving up is not an option.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave it
Just
where
hold
it's
on
at.
tight. Hold
Exactly.
on tight and just keep on going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Mhm.
Because no one who has accomplished anything great in life has had an easy journey. It's
No,
just doesn't come that way. We have
no.
to work for it. We have to
And
put it.
when you do that, you cherish it much more because you remember what you
Yes,
had to do back then to be here you are now.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Going right back to the program for a little bit, I just want to, you to tell our viewers, how can they support your program, Save a London Life? What can they do to support like right now?
Ooh. Okay, what I would like, I would like, oh my gosh, products,
Yes, your products.
equipment, you know, anything that they could either give to Michael Styles. You know,
Yes,
when I say product, I'm talking about shampoos, conditioners, relaxers, perms, and not only Afro hair, but for European hair,
yes,
because we're teaching them
yes,
Afro-European, Caucasian, and Hispanic hair. So we're looking
yes,
for curling irons, we're looking for blow
yes,
dryers, we're looking for anything that people are not using. We're looking for
yes,
pens, papers, books,
yes.
you know,
Wow,
even
yes,
backpacks,
yes, yes,
anything like that. You know, they could donate to Michael Styles. I
yes.
really, really appreciate that.
Oh, that would be great. I know I do have some London viewers, so that's good, but we'll definitely get all of your links, including your social media information as well. And we'll definitely have that available
Thank
on
you so
video.
much.
So if, of course, you're welcome. So if people do want to donate, they know how to reach out to you,
Yes,
you know how to
yes,
find you. It's an amazing, amazing program. I mean,
yes.
I don't see why anyone would not, even if it's, you buy a $5, $5.99, £5, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
dollars, pound,
yeah,
bottle of
yes,
shampoo or,
yes,
perm.
yes,
I mean, it
yes,
can go so far. So
yes,
definitely want to
exactly.
encourage that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Michael, is there anything else, or winding down now, that you would like to leave with our listeners today?
Wow. I would like to leave a word of thanks
Oh, nice,
and a word of appreciation.
nice.
And back to what you said is never give up. Strong will and strong determination. Tomorrow's not promised to no one, so we live today like it's our last.
Yes,
And forgive and let go and
yes,
rise.
yes,
Rise in all that you do and shine bright and never settle. And when I say never settle in anything that you do, because
yes,
and remember, you
yes,
are amazing.
yes, yes, yes. Words to inspire and to encourage and to
Yeah,
empower.
yeah.
All goals of this show. Oh my gosh, this has been such an amazing interview, Michael.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
for this
on.
opportunity.
Oh, you are welcome. And just sharing your knowledge, sharing your journey, sharing your program with us. I just thank you so much. Guys, if you have not already liked and subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. There's so many more amazing people that I want to bring on. And I know that without the subscription and the likes, YouTube is just not going to spit it out there. And I want this to be spit out there because every person that I interview, oh my gosh, it's like it just gets better and better and better. And there's just so many amazing, wonderful people on this earth that are just doing extraordinary, amazing, amazing things. And I just wanted to have them just come on here and share their story with you guys. So if you haven't already done so, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode. And it's going to be another amazing person. Thanks for watching. Michael Styles, thank you again for being here. Love and light. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing day and thank you. See you in the next show. Bye for now.